Now, I met you in front of Trump Tower a few blocks from here. You were dancing in traffic.
Yeah.
And I fell in love instantly.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. So how many hours a day do you dance in traffic dressed as Trump?
I dance in, well, I don't call it dancing, and that you fell in love with me, may I say, you're a little
I'm a little light in the
It's
loafers,
okay.
yeah.
It's all right.
What are your Trump hours?
Yeah, my Trump hours, I do generally 1:30. Well, yeah, I like to sleep in, so I do 1:30 p.m. Every Wednesday through Sunday in the Trump Tower area. I do Fifth Avenue, and it's basically up and down those streets right there.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, have other Trumps tried to step on your turf?
You know, I always get somebody trying to step in. I don't like to brag. I'm a little humble about it, but they haven't unfortunately captured New York City the way I have. And the traffic dancing, as you call it, it really blew up. I mean, that's what blew up on the internet.
On the internet, yeah.
So yeah, so people passed that along, and that made me, if you would, a little more in the eyes of
So
the
you're on
social
TikTok.
media.
Yeah, so you're on TikTok.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it 5 years.
Wow.
Prior to, well, there was in between the 5 years, obviously there was COVID, so, and I actually went away for 2 years. I don't usually talk about that, but well, no, I could talk
Would you
about
go
it.
Thailand?
No, I did I did some time upstate.
No way. Wow.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
glad you got out.
Well, I'm still on probation. All right, I'll go into it. There's nobody watching this, really, right?
No,
Nobody watches you.
Just my mom.
My mom.
Your mom.
Yeah.
How old is she?
Jeez, she's ageless.
Yeah.
Shout out, mom.
Yeah, I like them like that. Ageless, huh? Oh, anyway, yeah, I did 2 years in Fed.
Wow.
It was a little thing, yeah, 2020 to 22.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, voter fraud.
Yeah, it happens.
Did
Yeah,
you?
well,
Wow.
yeah, 2020 election.
Interesting. Well, that'll prepare you for the next few years of
What are you trying to say?
the Trump run.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying that if Trump goes to prison, maybe that opens up a lane.
What was that word?
It opens up a lane.
No, what was the word before that?
Prison.
Yeah, no, I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay.
So when was the first day you put on the Trump mask and said, I am Donald Trump?
2019, the beginning of.
Okay.
He was still president, and seemed to do pretty well. In the beginning, it wasn't like that successful, and it was kind of trial and error, and but it worked.
What were you doing before?
Before, I was a latex salesman.
Latex.
No.
Wow. People they debate what Trump did for the economy, but he gave you a job.
Yeah. No,
This is at least one job that he's created.
I got to tell you, you could say a lot about Trump. He's so personable. He's so famous. He's the number one guy.
What
in the
attracted
world.
you to him?
Yeah.
Let me talk.
Sorry. Yeah.
You're
Jesus
blowing it
Christ.
again.
Yeah. So anyway, I forgot my train of thought. Go ahead.
God, he sucks.
No,
Oh, my God.
I don't.
Annoying. It's like my ex-wife. This guy. He interrupts everywhere I go.
Sorry about that.
So yeah,
Fucking
what
guys,
made you
fucking guys.
so charmed by Trump that you had to be him?
I love Trump.
What do you love about him?
As a child, did you?
Nah, well, as a child, I didn't know him. When he wrote the first book, I thought he was awesome. Here's a guy from New York, really made it, distinguished. I always wanted to be like him, a playboy. And, he's the man. He always was the man. He still is the man.
Is there anybody else that you would impersonate, you would add to your repertoire? Has there been anybody else before that you've impersonated?
No, not
No?
really. I mean, who did I do? I did, no. He's the only guy. He's the representative. He's the guy I want to do. I like doing him. I wish I could do him, if you know what I mean.
No.
If I got the opportunity. Yeah,
What do
I
you
would-
mean
I
by
think we
that?
all would.
Let's keep it to everybody's imagination. I don't like this interview.
you
By the
would
way,
have-
it's
you would
going.
have-
by the way. Did I mention that? This interview sucks.
You said that you would have
Homeless
you wanna have
pimp. What the fuck is this? Scott, I'm sorry.
No. When you're in the street doing
the
this,
stupidest
like,
fucking questions.
do,
Scott,
do people attack you ever?
yeah, I do get attacked.
Really?
Yeah.
What's like the craziest thing?
Well, I got. If you check online, I don't think you should. Some girl, young lady, set me up.
larger woman.
Larger African American woman smacked me,
Oh wow.
and it was all set up. So her boyfriend was right behind her. They got quite a few views on World Star.
You got smacked on World Star?
Well, not on World Star. I got smacked first, then World Star picked it up.
Wow. Wow. And now is
Yeah.
that an isolated incident or?
No, it wasn't. I got hit a few times in Times Square,
Holy shit.
where I used to work as well.
Did the World Star video help, like, get you
Did.
exposure?
It did. I mean, I was getting cursed out a lot after that by, like, people coming over to me calling me a pussy and all those derogatory names, but nothing that I'm not used
And
to
then
hearing.
what they
anyway.
call you after you put the mask on?
When I put the mask on, again, I wish I didn't do this interview. I swear to God, this is a big mistake. Joe's my agent. Don't do this anymore to me. You told me these guys were professional.
So what's the average day of a Trump impersonator?
Trump impersonator. Well, for me, I'm all mime, guys. So I don't do any speaking at all. And
We can tell.
yeah, and so I learned that trick by being married to my ex-wife. She didn't let me speak either. But anyway,
What's her name?
Joanne.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tough name.
yeah.
That's a good name. That's a classic
Ow.
name.
It's
a good name, yeah.
You don't meet a lot of, like, young Joannes.
Oh no, she's not young. She's about 72.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I like them older.
What's the average day?
Average day.
You know, you wake
Well,
up.
I wake up.
You clean
yeah.
the mask.
I don't clean the mask. No, I clean it at night. Who cares? I color it a little bit because
Okay.
you want to give it a little fresh.
With like paint? What do you do?
I don't. I use, believe it or not, I use a spray.
WD-40?
No. I put a little bit of spray on it. All right.
So you put a little tanning spray.
Yeah, a little tanning spray.
Can I ask you something about the tanning
Yeah,
spray?
go ahead.
So how far into, like, the
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I apologize.
did you need coffee or something?
No, I'm good. I had coffee.
So you put tanning spray on him.
I need another interviewer. Go ahead. Sorry.
So,
Tanning spray. Go ahead. Talk. Speak.
tanning spray.
Yes.
You put tanning spray on him.
Tanning spray. Yeah, and then I put a
Do
little.
you ever put anything else
Fucking
on him?
Yeah, I put a little lipstick. It's like a little rouge, and I rub it in.
Do you ever think about cutting a hole in the mouth of the mask?
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, no, I haven't. The only reason I haven't done that is because the more you cut in that mask, it's a latex mask. So the more you cut, unfortunately, it starts breaking down. I go through one mask every 6 weeks.
Also, the temptation
Yeah.
of having a hole in the mouth would be,
Yeah, and next question.
So wait a minute, where do you get your mask from? How did you find the mask and go?
I found a guy in Ireland. He makes them not
shout out.
primarily only for me, but he does. I bought already. I'm not kidding you guys. 62 since I started.
What?
So you get your
No.
your Trump masks are not made domestically. They're not manufactured in the United
No,
States.
I'm not Trump. You remember?
Oh.
I get them a little less expensive. I get them wholesale, and yeah,
But don't you think we should bring Trump masks back to the United States?
I agree.
fair.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's fair.
The first smart thing you said.
Just something to consider.
Yeah, all interviews. The first good thing you said.
If you had to impersonate one other person,
Yeah,
who would it be?
you walk around asking stupid fucking questions.
How much you spend on masks a year?
Oh, mask budget. Seriously, all kidding aside, is that the camera?
Yeah,
I'd rather talk to the camera than you guys.
it's fair.
Hi. My mask budget is, well, what I take off on my taxes is $5,000, but between me and you, it's only about $1,800. This is not going on air, right? It's not going to be out there. Who watches this shit anyway? God, it doesn't matter.
So for Halloween, do you do Trump or you
No.
just mix it up?
No, it's too old. No, I'll do something like, Cher, something like that.
You'll do Cher.
Oh,
Well, I would do Cher even at her age now, yeah, but
She looks great.
she looks pretty good.
Do you
yeah.
believe in life after love?
No. Do you believe in...
In life after love.
wow. Do you ever get jealous of Trump?
No.
No.
No,
So
it's a good job. He's looking at like 18,000 indictments. No.
Yeah.
I only have one court case against me.
Are you? So are you technically a convicted felon?
No, no. Yeah, maybe I am.
Can you vote?
So can
I
you not
can-
vote for Trump if he runs again?
I can if I go under somebody else's name. What's your name again? Dan what?
It's just
okay.
It's just Dan. It's like
Well,
Cher.
we'll talk later. I would say shit. Yeah. We'll talk later. I need somebody else's information.
I'll vote by proxy.
Yeah?
Yeah, I would be a proxy vote.
Yeah?
Yeah,
I
for
like
the right
you.
amount of money, I would. Yeah.
I like you.
And what would be your advice to any up-and-coming Trump impersonators?
You know, he's got an air of cockiness, as we all know. If you have an air of cockiness, and you have the ability to move in an older. See, the thing that works for me is, number one, I'm older, so I have that older movement, which he does have. If you have that older man movement, if you're cocky, you can hold yourself, and you can pretend that you own the world, which he kind of does, or he feels he does. You got it. You got a mate. That's all I think you need. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah. Are we done? Or
One more question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What lessons have you learned by being Donald Trump?
By being, it's funny. I learned a lot of things. I've learned that people love the fantasy, especially the people that love Donald. They will fulfill their fantasies on the Trump impersonator, which they can't do on the real guy. Like, for instance, they'd love to kiss Donald. A lot of women have this fantasy, like to hold Donald, like Donald to hold her. And I will do that for a couple bucks. He won't do that.
What about, like, have you ever thought about being like a hate doll? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like a lot of people would love to curse out Donald Trump.
Yeah, no.
Love to hit Donald Trump.
Dan, they do that anyway. You don't need a doll for that.
But have you thought about renting yourself out as Donald Trump so people could, like, like some sort of cathartic release?
That's a fantastic idea.
You know?
I understand. It's a good idea, actually, by the way.
It's not a bad idea.
The only problem with that is I am not a Trump hater by any means.
No.
So I don't like the idea of getting abused as him. I'm abused enough at home.
By Joanne.
Ex-wife.
Yeah. I live alone.
Do you?
Yeah. Well, I actually live with two men.
It's okay.
But I live, like, alone, like in my heart.
Is this real?
Yeah.
You don't die?
No.
At all?
No.
Wow.
Turn around for a minute.
You can't don't touch me.
It's gorgeous.
Sorry. Can you turn that way for a second?
Wow.
You can touch the back.
Shut up. Nothing.
Is this
I'm feeling a connection.
Is this part of
There's no
the?
connection.
Is this what you do with the Trump mask?
Look, you're not paying me for this, so this is what I want to do.
We've paid you thousands of dollars for this
All right.
interview.
Okay.
We paid you so much money.
All right, so a couple of extra
It
bucks
was an
couldn't hurt.
insane. It was an insane ask.
All right, I'll give
honestly.
it back to you. If I get what I want, you get what you want.
Oh,
Part of the deal.
okay.
Part of the deal.
Art of the deal.
Yeah, part of the deal.
That is the art of the
Very good.
deal.
You're very good. You're very clever. Fucking people.
Thank you.
I'll never be on this show again. Do me a favor. Lose my number.
Done.
Could you put on the mask and address the nation?
Yeah.
Would you do that?
But
for
it's
us?
not going to be verbal.
It was a
All right,
pleasure.
Thank you.